So this is just like absolute insanity right here. I already talked about this the other day, but I kind of forgot to actually make a video about it because I really wanted to talk about this. As we know, this new Soul Awakening session is pretty much here to deter Starry Gem farmers, the people who make millions of accounts just over and over. They try to get these crystals, they try to get good high rolls, sell them in the auction house, take the regular Starry Gems, and then trade them to other people for real world money. I'm not mad. I'm personally not mad at bound items. It makes you use it on a hero copy that you actually want to upgrade. The only downside I have is the fact that it's not a B+. Now, the main reason why I wanted to talk about this, which we will get back into this part of it very soon, the leaderboards. Holy bejesus. So this psychopath, this crazy person, this megalodon, within the first 48 hours was already up to 64,000 points. This is kind of crazy because that would have been enough for first place in a lot of previous ones. And one thing you will notice, you don't see a lot of reoccurring names from Soul Awakening session to Soul Awakening session. Some of them are like Darth Maul, Kenshin. You see a couple people that are slowly pushing, but you can't push every single time because number one, you just won't have the hero copies to even compete, because as you saw like 3 months ago, we tried to do it on Reed's account, you just run out of hero copies eventually. 64,000 might be enough for first place, but that is an absolute crazy amount, because if we do the calculations already, if we average 64,480 and you divide that by the overall average, typically an average summon is going to net you 5.5 points. That is 11,723 awakenings, which in itself sounds like a big number until you also consider what that means, because most people bags are like 1 to 2,000. I might have that many heroes on an account like mine at this point, just because I do have a crazy amount. But even my account, like, I honestly don't think I would have that many heroes. Yes, I have a ridiculous amount of 4 stars. You're literally like awakening the bottom of the barrel. Essentially, anybody who goes into this event that is going for those high rankings is going to have probably tens of thousands of cores of transcendence, because that is one of the easiest ways to get hero copies to actually awaken and then destroy. Now, that's not saying they spent this, because if you multiply it by 100, it's not 1.1 million contract Starry Gems used. Total used, yes, that's not what they started with, because as you guys know, when you retire heroes, you get about 40 to 50% of that value back on average. But still, there's already well over 1 million Starry Gems worth of awakenings. I'm sure they were bought on the black market auction house, which leads me into the next topic of this, the black market. They have recently, of course, as you guys see every time you log in, updated the rules, and they're basically a way to make sure that they can actually legally, I guess, go after the Starry Gem farmers. And one way they're actually trying to fight back on them are these awakening crystals, making sure that they're still valuable and I guess plentiful for the average player, while also making it so that hero has to be used on your account or retired on your account, which kind of works. Number one, if it was like, because if you remember, they gave out a ton of B+ stones. Those B+ stones turned into a lot of A- heroes. With the upgrade, it was like a 5% chance to get A-. Like the best chance you've ever had, and it actually happened. The downside of that was the auction house plummeted. I bought like A- for like 5,000 piece. Like even Aspens were going for under 10k at A-. Like it was really good actually, but the downside was people were making a killing off of it in real life money, and that's what they're trying to completely avoid with what they are doing here. I like, once again, that that they're bound items now. This was actually part of one of my suggestions I gave them. I was like, if you're really worried about people doing this and then trading it on the auction house, just make that hero copy bound to your account. Then you're just forced to use it, or you retire it for more Starry Gems that maybe gets you something big, which that still does. Still happens. You use this on a crap copy, you get a B-. You still get 300 contract Starry Gems. It's 3 more free awakenings. I guess if you did give a B+ still, that is like 1,800, which is a lot more awakening, so I can kind of understand. But let's be honest, hands up, who had so much fun opening up their B plus stones. Like opening up B plus stones has been probably one of the most fun experiences I've had in Idle Heroes, especially among Soul Awakenings. The only other time I had something like similar was that one special event where we had 10, or actually I guess we had more than that. We had basically rate ups and a guaranteed pity for an A-. We hit that S level, we hit another A- Aspen. It was a lot of fun, but I really miss those stones. Going for the top 300 is not something you can do easily. I mean, top 300 is what? 842 points. Man, I wonder if I should go for that. Do you guys think I should do that on our own account? Of course, going for top 100 takes a lot, because if you look at top 100 here, 1629, that's more than double. It would be cool to get an A-. I don't really need an A-. A B+ is fun though. And if you can get a B+ for not that much, that could be kind of cool to go for. Maybe I'll keep my eye on it, because even going for the 600 points already doesn't get you anywhere on the leaderboard. But if you do a bit more, could be fun. Probably not a smart move, but it could be fun. But it's still kind of crazy to think that these top players on the leaderboard have already spent over 1 million, and they're not even done. Well, I think what their hope is that if they get out to such a gigantic lead in the first like 2 days, the first 48 hours of the event, people are going to shy away from, like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to try to compete for first place. I'll go for, like, you know, second to fifth, which is an SS stone, which again is pretty cool. It is kind of crazy that like all the names at the top now are like they're all some sort of Asian language, it seems like. I don't know which country each one of them is from, because they do look like different languages among them. I wish I knew better. I wish I could tell you better, but it is kind of crazy what this point total is too. I'm still lobbying to get us those B+ stones back. I mean, let's be honest, last Black Friday was probably one of the craziest things we ever had. Getting like 11 or 7 or something like that of these B+ stones. That might have been a little overkill, but I do think for free-to-play players, giving them an opportunity to maybe get an A- hero off of a B+ stone was nice from Soul Awakening Sessions, and I'm going to continue to fight for that so that you guys can get them once again, because they are just so good. They're so valuable. And like I said, yes, the rates aren't amazing, but even if it's a 5% chance, that's better than what we normally have, because as you guys saw with our awakenings here, you don't really get anything good. Those 2 B- were just the B- stones that we had. Everything else has been up here, and it is pure and utter garbage what you normally summon for. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this event so far. I love Soul Awakening Sessions, because then on top of that, a ton of things hit the auction house. Especially what I'm keeping an eye out for is like an S tier Asmodel. I haven't seen anything hit just yet, but I'm keeping an eye out for it. There are a lot of good heroes hitting the auction house, so keep an eye out. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.